Alright, hi Lincoln piano players. This is the lesson for lightly row. I'm going to be dealing mostly with the right hand in this because the left hand is fairly easy. In the left hand, you pretty much just have this G, G, D, A, D, okay? Or down here. Alright, eventually there's some other stuff, but at the beginning, that's pretty much it. So our first chord is our G major chord. For that, what we do is we put our thumb on this B here, our index finger on this D, or our middle finger would be fine too, and then our pinky finger on this G over here. Okay? So then our next chord is A minor. Basically, all of this moves up one white key. So this B goes to C, this D goes to E, this G goes to A. Same fingers, okay? And that's when our A is in the left hand of the bass, okay? That's what it should sound like. That's our A minor chord. And then for our D7, the only change in the right hand is we don't play this E, we play this F sharp, which is this first black key in the group of three. And with the bass, that's what it sounds like, okay? So the whole thing in the right hand goes like this. I'm gonna start with our B, D, and our G. Then we go to our A minor, then our D7, back to our G major. With the left hand, okay? I don't expect you to be able to do both hands yet. If that's a challenge you would like to put on yourself, that would be awesome. But you can split up these two for now, okay? Okay, so the only other chords we have in this are E major and E minor. So for our E major chord, actually it's an E7, but we'll talk about that in lesson sometime. You'll see that there's a little sharp sign on a G, okay? So we have our thumb on this B, our index finger on this G. So far it's just like playing the G major chord, but instead of a G, in our pinky, we're going to play a G sharp, which is this second black key, okay? And finally we have a different note in the bass, and that's this E. Okay? So the right hand should sound like this. That's what the left hand. Okay? And we're coming from a G major chord in measure 10 to our E7 chord. So the right hand will be G major, and then all you have to do is move your pinky up to that black key, and in the left hand all you have to do is go from G down to this E here. Okay? So it should sound like this. Alright, and then we go to A minor in measure 11, which is the same one we've been doing. But the bass changes here because we're not going to D7. We play an E in the bass in the second half of the measure, okay? Other than that, it's the same thing. And later on, let's see, yes, in measure 14, we have an E minor chord. So in an E minor chord, we're actually going to play something very similar to our G major chord, except instead of a D, we're going to play an E right here. So with our index finger, we're going to play an E. Maybe it'll be easier to use your middle finger. Once again, there's an E in the bass. Okay? And this is the first two beats of measure 14. Then we go to a D7 chord, which is the same D7 we've been playing the whole time, and then a D in our bass. bass, okay? So at the beginning, mostly what we have is this. Okay? We have that all the way up until, yes, in measure 9, we go straight from a G major chord straight to our D7 instead of playing our A minor first. So we get our D in the bass, C, F sharp, A. And then we go back to our G. And then that's when we go to, in the second half of measure 10, our E major chord. E7 rather. Okay? And then measure 11 is where we play our A minor chord for a whole measure. E in the bass. And then we play the A minor chord again. But this time we do go to our D7. Then we go to our G major in measure 13. And then we go to our E minor that we learned. So we just play the E instead of the D, and we put the E in the bass as well. And then to D7. G major. And this is just like the beginning, okay? Up until measure 17, where you have, once again, G major, D7, and you have G major. And you have this cool little thing in the left hand in measure 18 where it just goes G, D, to a low G, okay? So try to get that fluid, especially in the right hand. We probably won't even play it that fast. It'll probably be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay? See if you can get it up to about that speed. Keep watching this video if you're confused on the chords or how it goes. And let me know if you have any problems. Keep up the good work.